Welcome back to the program. You want some good content? I'm going to give you some good content tonight. First and foremost, this Livelsberger, right? Matthew Livelsberger, the Cybertruck situation. Well, apparently, he was no fan of Democrats. He did vote for President Trump, and he has praised President Trump and Elon Musk and has slammed Democrats. He actually said in part of his manifesto thing, quote, "Try peaceful means first, but be prepared to fight to get the Democrats out of the federal government and our military by any means necessary," he wrote. He then continues, "They all must go, and a hard reset must occur for our country to avoid complete and total collapse." End quote. So that's interesting. I wanted to start with that because a lot of the things are being said that he was somehow on the left because of his ex-wife and girlfriends being Trump haters and things like that. And then, of course, he did the Cybertruck, or was forced to do the Cybertruck, maybe at gunpoint. Maybe they killed him and put it in front of the Trump Towers, because we know that's how the media works, right? Anything in front of Trump Towers would say, oh, look, this is what's going on. And maybe he did that on his own. We don't know. Maybe he actually put the truck there in front of Trump Towers because he knows that it would have been bait for the media to jump all over it. Speculation at this point, we don't know. But what we do know is from his, quote, manifesto, his writings, and people in the military, that he did not like Democrats, number one. And number two, he not only voted for President Trump, but he supported them. He supported President Trump and the MAGA movement. And that's why he said, this is not a terrorist act, this is a wake-up call. So basically, sadly, he took it to a completely higher level that hopefully no one else does. And he wanted to make a statement because he knew by putting it in front of Trump Towers, well, of course, the media would be all over it, right? So, wanted to start with that. Now, let's move on to a couple other things here, okay? I am going to basically give you proof, all right? And the proof is going to come in the thumbnail. I don't have full production right now, but I am going to show you. And if you want, you can find the video yourself. However, today, fake President Biden not only gave the Medal of Freedom to communists like Kankles McPantsuit Hillary Clinton and the devil in the flesh, George Soros. They're just rubbing it in our faces. They're rubbing it in our eyes. They're taking mud and salt and just putting it right in our eyes right before they leave office. These people are insidious, okay? I'm going to prove to you that the assassination attempt, at least at Mar-a-Lago, has a connection directly to the Biden regime and fake White House. How? Well, because today Biden gave a presidential Medal of Freedom to somebody who was extremely close to Ryan Wesley Routh. Biden spit in the face of every American on Saturday as he awarded Hillary Clinton and George Soros the Presidential Medal of Freedoms, the nation's highest civilian honors. Other undeserving recipients included Bill Nye, the science guy, another communist, Denzel Washington, the actor, Anna Wintour. I'm not even know. I think she's from the fashion industry, but I'm not sure. Chef Jose Andres, don't know who that is. And the man who was photographed with would-be Trump assassin Ryan Routh. Unbelievable. Who else was it in here? Magic Johnson, I guess. Ralph Lauren. Jane Goodall. Michael J. Fox. Bono. Who was that other one? Lionel Messi, I think he's a soccer player. David Rubenstein. Soros, of course, Denzel, and Anna Wintour. But Jose Andres is a renowned Spanish-American culinary innovator who popularized tapas in the United States. His World Central Kitchen provides large-scale relief to communities affected by natural disasters and conflicts around the world, Biden said in a press release. However, Biden is now rubbing it in our faces because in September, federal prosecutors charged Routh with attempted assassination of President Trump after he pushed the muzzle of his rifle through the fence line at the Palm Beach golf course. And he was pictured with this guy. And there's pictures of him with this guy. So what does that tell you? If Biden, the fake president, is giving the Presidential Medal of Freedom, again, the highest civilian honor, to somebody who knew and was connected to Ryan Wesley Routh, what else do you need? What other proof do you need that somehow the fake White House and the Biden regime knew who he was, knew Routh, and who knows how complicit they were in the attempt? I've already told you my thoughts on Butler, and I've already told you and pinpointed exactly who I think is responsible. I'm not going to get into that now, but hopefully when President Trump takes over, well, he can open up the books and find out himself, and we'll find out then if I'm correct. Next, how many more are they? Are there another terrorist attacks coming? You had Jabbar. You had this Livelsberger, who, again, wasn't really a terrorist attack, but he did what he did. Well, former U.S. Army soldier has been indicted for a plot to join Hezbollah in Lebanon, as well as Syria, to kill Jews. Again, former U.S. Army soldiers. It's exactly what I have been saying. Our military is so corrupt, and our military and our media is so corrupt and so controlled by the CCP that these people are either MK Ultra, in which they're turning against their country, or they are taking their marching orders directly from the CCP, or they have been threatened into doing the acts that they are doing. There's really no other explanation for it other than that. So let's see, who is this putz? Jack Donahue Malloy from the U.S. Department of Justice. Federal grand jury has indicted Jack Donahue Malloy, 24 years old, a former resident of Pittsburgh and a dual citizen of the United States and Ireland, on charges of attempting to support the foreign terrorist organization Hezbollah and making false statements regarding international terrorism. Malloy, previously charged by a criminal complaint in December of 2024, was arrested in Chicago on December 6th, 2024. He was subsequently transported to Pittsburgh by the U.S. Marshal Service on December 30th, 2024. So let's see. He was arrested on December 6th in Chicago, and then he was transported to Pittsburgh by the U.S. Marshal Service on December 30th. So what on earth happened in those 24 days? What did they do? What did they say to him? What kind of, directions did they give him? I just don't trust our government. I don't trust our intel community at all. I think they're all a bunch of liars and scumbags, and I think most of them, if not all of them, are against the United States. The indictment accuses Malloy of attempting to provide material support, including personal and personnel services, to Hezbollah, a designated foreign terrorist organization. According to court documents, Malloy harbored and promoted anti-Semitic views, as evidenced by offensive content on his devices and inflammatory usernames like KikeKiller313 on social media. Gee, I wonder if this asshole is one of the people that attacks me on, who knows, on BitChute and other things. Some of these places are the most anti-Semitic. But the funny thing is they still watch my show knowing that I'm a Jew. So, who knows? According to the Department of Injustice's press release, let's see, Malloy was previously charged by criminal complaint with making false statements on December 6th, with much of the conduct underlying the charges in the indictment set forth in the complaint. Malloy was arrested in Chicago. Okay, we already talked about that. As alleged in the indictment and complaint, from and around August 2024 through in and around December of 2024 in Lebanon, Syria, the Western District of Pennsylvania, and elsewhere, Malloy attempted to provide material support and resources, namely personnel, including himself and services, to Hezbollah, a foreign terrorist organization, knowing that the organization was a designated terrorist organization and that that organization indeed had engaged in and were engaging in currently terrorist activities around the globe. As outlined in the court documents, Hezbollah, okay, why do they keep repeating? Let me go back over here. A dual citizen, United States and Ireland. Okay, is there anything new? No. Other than the fact that he wanted to travel to Syria to kill Christians and Jews. So, there's another lone wolf turning against us. Okay? And I'm going to end tonight with this. This is absolutely batshit crazy. Okay? If you're a teacher, and I don't care where you're a teacher, God bless you for teaching. It's a hard job. You know, you got to deal with these little brats, you know, cursing at you, throwing things at you, disrupting classes. My brother is a teacher. My aunt is a teacher. I come from a whole line of teachers. And I can tell you that when you do become a teacher, you have to get certifications, right? You have to pass certain requirements, right? You have to be efficient in lots of different skills in order to be able to teach. And yeah, you probably need at a minimum a college degree, and in some cases a master's degree. My brother, for instance, has a master's degree in English. He's, completely credentialed. He's got tons of experience. He teaches his kids. He's been doing it for many, many years. And that's in the state of New Jersey, the cesspool that I was born and raised in, and thank God am no longer in anymore. Why? Well, for a lot of reasons. But how about this one? Teachers. You busted your ass for your qualifications. You went to school. You know how to do everything at a very high level. You're proficient in everything because why? You're a professional. You're supposed to be so that you can teach. Not anymore. Throw all that away. We don't need that. What? Proficient? Wait, what was that? You can't read? Oh, okay. What? You don't know math? Oh, okay. You don't know any other things in your subject matter? You're not an expert? No problem. Here in New Jersey, we'll hire you. That's right. New Jersey teachers are no longer required to pass basic literacy tests. You heard that correctly. Okay? Under Act 1669, individuals seeking an instructional certificate in New Jersey no longer need to pass a basic skills test for reading, writing, and arithmetic. Hell, they probably can't even spell the word arithmetic. Okay? Unreal. So let's see. Aspiring teachers in New Jersey are no longer required to pass a basic skill in order to be certified. New Jersey Democrat Governor Phil Murphy passed Act 1669 in June of 2024, which took effect January 1st of 2025 as part of the state's 2025 budget to address a teacher's shortage. The law went into effect on January 1st, 2025. Individuals seeking an instructional certificate will no longer need to pass the Praxis Core test, a basic skills test for reading, writing, and arithmetic that is administered by the state's Commissioner of Education. We need more teachers, Democrat Senator Jim Beach, who sponsored the bill, said in May of 2024 when the chamber cleared the bill in a 34-2 vote. This is the best way to get them. So because nobody wants to be a teacher, for whatever reason, probably because the pay's not great, I'll be honest. Maybe in other states it is. But it's also the abuse that they have to take. It's the teachers' unions that control every aspect of their lives, right? That's why I'm so anti-union. And so because there's a teacher shortage, because they're tired of getting beat up and shanked and robbed and stabbed in the classrooms by these fucking animals that they have to teach, well, now there's a teacher shortage. So instead of trying to find good quality people, no, let's just do what always liberals do. Let's just lower the expectations, lower the requirements, and drag any piece of garbage out there. What, you can't read or write or know math? That's okay. We'll make you a teacher in the shithole state of New Jersey. Unreal. But hey, that's why I'm glad I'm not there. But the sad part is there's a lot of great teachers out there, and they worked their ass off, and they did everything right, and they got their certifications, and they're proficient at math, they're proficient at English, they're proficient, in language, and all these different things. They went to college, they busted their ass, they paid their dues, and now it doesn't matter anymore. So sad. So sad. Let's hope that we can figure out a way. And I don't know how we can do it even from the federal government. And it's not like I'm looking for the federal government for anything, because they can't do anything right. But it would be great if there was a way to fix the education system in states like New Jersey and New York and Connecticut. And instead of lowering the standards, raise the standards. I don't understand why they can't do it. Well, I guess it's a language thing. Nobody speaks English. But that should change once we drag all of these illegal alien children out of America pretty soon. So perhaps maybe we won't have these problems after all. We'll see what happens. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.